Hello and welcome to Five Stone Media. My name's Daniel Gibson. I'm a lover of the internet, and I think you are too by watching this video. If you're not, hopefully you can come to love the internet through us. But what we want to do here at Five Stone Media is this. As I began to get into the internet and I began watching YouTube especially, I fell in love with all the tech reviews, the gameplay videos, the funny videos on there, and all these different things that are out there. But what I began to realize as a youth pastor is that there's not a lot out there that really honors God. And so what we want to do with Five Stone Media is we want to bring you the best the internet has to offer, but in a way that glorifies God. You know, it's been a plan. It's been a dream of mine for about 6 months now. But you know, it takes time, and it goes going through this, and we're now to the point to where we can actually begin to do something with this, and so we're really excited about what God's going to do with Five Stone Media. But you know, what we want to bring you guys is this: we want to bring you the best the internet has to offer. We want to bring you tech reviews, game reviews, movie reviews, and some original content, and then a podcast every week. We also want to bring you Christian news, whether that's current events, music, concert info. We don't know. We want to bring you everything we can. And so what we ask is that you guys stick with us. It's going to be a few months of getting everything running, and this is expensive stuff to do, and I'm just a youth pastor, and you know, the other guys with me, they're youth pastors and students and different things. So we don't have a lot of money, so we're really trying to build this up, and it's all coming out of our pockets. So I ask that you bear with us and support us. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe. You know, you can send us an email anytime at fivestonemediatv@gmail.com. And you can let us know. Also, you can visit our website at fivestonemedia@blogspot.com. We have a blogspot right now. We're hoping to get an actual website up fairly soon. So, what we want to do today is I want to bring you guys a review. And this review is a little bit behind. The movie's been out since about December 14th, I believe was the release day. But we wanted to really get off. We felt this was a good movie to kick it off with. And actually, by the end of the week, we hope to have you a review on Les Miserables. And then next week, the beginning of the week, we want to have you on the new movie that is coming out this Friday, which is Zero Dark 30. And we want to bring you a review on Gang Squad, which are both new movies. We hope to have you both of those by next week. The Hobbit is a story that follows Bilbo Baggins. It's a prequel to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which was released several years ago, which was very popular. And obviously, there's the books too, which are wildly popular. And this is the prequel to that. And what the director has done here is he's split this into 3 different movies. So this is the first installment of the 3 movies. We follow in the story Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo is he's a hobbit who is kind of pulled into a journey unexpectedly. He follows a group of dwarves and a wizard named Gandalf the Grey as they seek to reclaim a dwarf kingdom that was lost by a dragon with a love for gold. And so, as we go through this story, the first thing I would say is that it is a great story. It really captivates you. If you like this style of movie, I mean, this is excellent. Now, I would say this too. It is not the Lord of the Rings. There are action scenes and there are those battles, but they're not to the scale we saw in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So, go in with that realistic expectation that you're not just going to see, you know, crazy to the wall all the time battles that were going on in Lord of the Rings. But still, the battle scenes that happen are very captivating and very enjoyable. And I definitely found myself very intrigued and very engaged by what they were doing. All in all, my view of the story was excellent. You know, excellent story. The cinematography, which is the way the director basically tells the story with his camera, was just amazing to me. Really enjoyed it. Now, a couple things to note. The movie was shot in what's called 48 frames per second. And what that means is that a normal movie is shot in what's called 24 frames per second. What that means is that every second, 24 frames is going across the screen. And that's what makes the image move. Well, what he did here was they shot it in 48 frames, which means that it's double the normal frame rate. Which means, basically what that means for you is that when you normally look at a movie and you normally watch something in theaters, it looks different than what we really see in reality. There's what's called motion blur. And what motion blur is that when you move, as you notice, my hand it fills in and it doesn't look natural. You don't see it all the way through. But with this, you're going to see a lot more. And so what this can do, it can cause you more headaches. It's been known to cause headaches and different things for people because your brain is used to going to the movie theaters and seeing a certain thing. As for me, I didn't notice it a bit. In the movie theater, I saw it in 3D, and honestly, it was the best 3D movie I've ever seen. I left the movie theater, and it was one of the few I've left without a headache. So I think maybe it actually could be better for that. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but it's something to be aware of. Now, moving on to further to our review with the movie, though, the movie itself, what we do here at 5 Stone Media is we give a 10-point scale. A movie gets 5 points for basic entertainment value, because that's important. Do you like the movie? Does the movie intrigue you? And so we give it 5 points for that. Now, then we move on and we give it 5 points for family value also. And that way, when you watch the movie, you know, A, it's a good movie, but you also know it's good for your family, it's good for your heart, and it's glorifying, okay? So, as for the entertainment value, we give The Hobbit a 4 out of 5. It was just an excellent, excellent movie. I really, really enjoyed it, and honestly, it's one of my top movies of the year. The way he tells the story, the way I'm pulled in, it was amazing to me, and I really, really loved it. So as far as that rating, amazing, definite go see. Then we give it down to the family value. We're going to give it a 4 out of 5 also. Now the reason we give it a 4 out of 5 here is because it loses a couple points because there is violence. It's not a lot. It's not blood and gore violence. So honestly, it wasn't that bothersome. But I want to give you guys an accurate family rating. So there's not a lot of blood and gore, which is honestly makes the violence it's a lot better, because a lot of times you get out there and you see these. It's just the gore in some of these movies is just horrific, and it really takes away from it. And there's hardly any in this movie. So that's something to note there. There's also magic. Now, a lot of people they've taken the stance with their family and in themselves that they're not going to watch movies with magic. And this movie does have mild magic in it. And so you be aware of that. That's another thing. And then also there was one joke. It's in a very busy scene, and you don't necessarily see it right away, but it goes by, and it's an off-color joke that, you know, could be easily missed. But it's there, and we want to make you aware of it. And I believe there was one use of the H word. So there's really not a lot in this movie. It's all in all a fairly clean movie. There's no sex, there's no nudity, there's no drug use that I can see other than the smoking of a pipe. So, all in all, fantastic rating. So, it gets an 8 out of 10 on the 5 Stone rating. And, you know, as far as what I would give you as my review and my rating to you is, I give it a thumbs up and I say, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. If you're into these type of movies, go see it. It's really good. I would say, don't go see it with young children. But obviously, that's also a judgment call on your part if you're a parent or a brother or sister or whatever, because the characters are very, very realistic, and I mean, can honestly be quite terrifying to some younger children, I'm sure. So be aware of that if you're going to see this movie. So, all in all, fantastic movie. It gets my thumbs up. Let's go. And I think it was great. Now, to tell you a little bit as we're wrapping up this review about 5 Stone Media, what we want to do for you here at 5 Stone Media is we want to bring you the best we can. I want to bring you Christian media that is good for everybody, that you can use as an outreach to your friends. Everything's going to come back to God, but it's going to be fantastic media is what we really want to achieve here. We don't want to bring you this oversaturated media that we see right now where it's like, you go and see it, it's good that's a Christian movie, you go see it, oh, it's a Christian movie, this is good, so you have certain expectations you lower for that movie. We don't want to do that here. Sure, it's going to be a while, we're going to have some uptake, and we're going to have to go through and learn some stuff with you, but if you stick with us, I promise you, we're going to get better, and I really think God has a plan for this. So if you like our video, what we ask from you is first, subscribe to our video. There's a subscribe button down below. Click that. Let us know that you're supporting us, and let us know that we're doing something right. Also, if you ever have any questions, you feel free to email me personally at 5stonemediatv@gmail.com. If you email me there, we'll get back to you as soon as we can, and we'll see what we can do. You can also follow me on Twitter at Daniel_Gibson. 1992, so at Daniel_Gibson92, and follow me there. And I don't tweet a lot, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more in there. And as for me, I'll see y'all next video.